Hello and welcome to episode 23, Daily Meditations. So, today we have a very long one. What are the qualifications demanded in order that the path may be trodden and that what is called initiation may be reached? First of all, to develop in yourself the power of distinguishing between the eternal and the transitory, the real and the unreal, the spiritual and the temporal, in those around you and in yourself, in the circumstances of life, and in the choices that you make, from the masters and the way to them. There are a lot of things brought up in this meditation, a lot of dualities brought up. So let's just focus on the very first sentence, though. Not a duality, but still. What are the qualifications demanded in order the path may be trodden and of what is called initiation may be reached? Again, we talked about initiation in an earlier episode, which is like the kind of leveling system of mindsets, of states of being, of enlightenment, steps of enlightenment, like different levels of it. So what are the qualifications that you need to meet for the initiation process? And it gave the first step in realizing that with a list of dualities. The black and the white, so to say. The yin and the yang, if you want to go that way as well. So, first of all, to develop in yourself the power of distinguishing between, then it gives you a list, eternal and transitory. So, what matters, what will last, what won't last. Most of the things that we do in our lives won't really last because, you're going to die, everyone you know will die. A lot of our memory will be lost, to the world at least. And then eventually the sun will expand and devour Earth, so Earth won't even exist. But that just proves that all of this is transitory. It's not, it's temporary. So the only thing that could possibly be eternal is mind, is consciousness, essence, our souls. The divine within. That's the only eternal thing that we think is, at this point, eternal. Now the next thing, the real and the unreal. You could go anywhere with this, the real being things that affect you day to day or things that you worry about would be the unreal. It's like a lot of anxieties would be unreal and a lot of actual things would be real. But real and unreal, I'd say, is very subjective to what you think is real or unreal in your life. But still, just try to distinguish it. And the next thing, the spiritual and the temporal. That kind of goes with eternal and transitory, eternal and temporal. I mean, spiritual and temporal because the spiritual is the essence, the soul, the consciousness, all of that. And the temporal is all of the material world that we live in. So I think that's pretty simple. So the next one, in those around you and in yourself. Distinguish the difference between others and yourself. But I feel like that's a little bit of a paradox there because in the teachings and a lot of the philosophy behind these meditations is that the others are all extensions of us because, or of you, because we all come from the same point, the same energy, the same Brahman, the same God. We all come from the same thing, so we are all different existences of each other, of the one. So, in a way, I don't really understand how that makes sense in that context. Distinguishing between those around you and in yourself. So that could be another thing. Figuring out what people are good for you and help you on the inside, as opposed to you looking on the inside and figuring out yourself. It's obviously very good to look inside yourself and see who you are. I heard a Buddhist monk today talk about how in the morning, well, actually no, I heard him talk about when you sleep, all the concept of yourself goes away, unless you're sleeping badly. I'm talking about deep sleep here. I'm so sorry for the music. I have a lot of friends downstairs that are playing it very loudly. So, and I hope it's a good oh no, I'm gonna get copyrighted. Crap. you know what? That's fine. Whatever. That no one's gonna see this anyways. But please, if you see this, don't strike me. So, distinguishing those that are around you and yourself. Just honestly, I'd say a good practical advice is to figure out who is good for you and who is not. The people who are very toxic to you, just let them be. Just go on your own. Let them off easy. So, the next thing, in the circumstances of life and in the choices that you make. So, life can affect you. It's up to you to decide how you react to it. The reaction that you make will change everything. In the Zen practice, a lot of the idea behind it is just letting everything be. In Buddhism as well, letting everything be. Don't react, because whenever you react, you turn one problem into 5, and then 5 into 25, and so on and so on. So watch the reactions you make, see if they are beneficial, useful, practical, and necessary. Just make sure whatever you do is necessary and appropriate for that situation. I'm trying to give you practical advice based on this because, well, really, a lot of me talking to this camera, talking to you guys, is kind of talking to myself, trying to motivate myself to be a better person, to be a better soul, enlighten myself somehow. But in a lot of ways, speaking kind of gives it all away. But you know what? I hope it helps some of you out there, and I hope that these meditations will do something good for anyone. If I help literally one person be a better person, then I guess that'll have a domino, a ripple effect, and help out a bunch of other people. So I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wonderful morning. Do something nice for someone, because you never know if this is going to be your last day or not. So a little bit of good goes a long way in someone's life. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and take care.